Hello there. I thought I would just try the live feature here on YouTube. So I want to check that everyone can hear me. And I want to ask you a question because this is something I used to do when I was younger. I used to do it a lot. I used to call this psychic, I call it hotline, and I used to call them a lot to get them to tell me that life was going to be great. And I want to ask you if you have ever done that. And also, if you kind of lived your life after that, and that you depended so much on what they were saying because you were hoping, for example, and in my case, this is why I ask you this question, that you were hoping that life was going to turn out great, that it was going to be perfect. You just needed this information also so that you could feel better in the time that you were in when you made the call. The reason I'm having this conversation with you and also myself here is that there's so many people, and I'm not saying that people don't have gifts, because we all have gifts and we all can tap into our own power. And this is what I didn't know when I was younger. So I led my life by what they were saying, and I became fake happy because I thought, oh, now it's just a matter of time because everything is going to be great for me. But I want you to think about stories you also heard in media about people. And I want to share a story with you, for example, about Whitney Houston. So, when Whitney Houston had that accident where she kind of lost her life because of something that happened that she did, everyone said that the same thing would kind of happen for her daughter. It was just a matter of time because the life she had lived. And a little bit of the same thing happened. And I want you to think about how we speak about people, that it's not our job to make their story happen the way we think it's going to happen. But if you want to change your life, if you want something to happen, why not create a lovely picture? You may say, Inget, that's easy for you to say. You haven't experienced anything terrible. I have. So my life is doomed. And I can assure you that I have experienced a lot of things, a lot of bad things. But I know that they were not my fault. And I know that everyone needs to discover for themselves. You can't force something upon people. So I just want to have a conversation with you and kind of make you think about things you hear and how people speak about other people. Also, when we're growing up, like I remember, I thought that I was, for example, always the one who had to walk home alone. I was never going to be popular. So I want you to think about what you're saying to yourself, what stories you're affirming to yourself, because you hold so much power. So just me checking that YouTube works and having a conversation with you this morning. Have a beautiful day.